Vande Gujarat.
Hello, welcome again to the third episode of Linguaskill Business Training Program. I, Pinky Kumari, welcome you all again. And today we are going to expand this topic in much more detail with all the new words which we are going to explain and with all the listening skills, things, how to listen, what to listen, where to focus, on which dimension to focus, and so many things. So, dear candidates, are you ready to explore all these things? So, today we are going to understand, we are going to do something with the words because in listening, what you do? You listen to the words. You listen to the words at every aspect. At each and every point of time, you're listening to the words. But have you ever wondered, what are these words? Can we play with these words? If we listen to the right word in the right dimension with the right aspect, then the meaning of the words, the meaning of the sentences can be made clear. And in what dimension we have to hear, in what dimension we have to listen to these words can be made clear. So, today we are going to do something with the words because if the word is understood with the correct pronunciation, with the correct meaning, then the chances of answering all the questions become so easy. So, dear candidates, let us explore this in detail. So, now we are going to talk about English word pattern. What is this English word pattern? Yes, in English language, you come across with so many words. Yes, time and again we are listening to new words. But have you ever thought that what are these words? What are these words made up of? Yes, an English word can be made up of two parts. Right? First of all, the very first is the root word. Root. Root. Something originates from the root. And when something is added before that root word, which is prefix, prefix plus root word, and after that root word plus suffix. So, if any candidate has the correct understanding of root word, followed by the knowledge of prefix and followed by the knowledge of suffix, then that kind of candidate can help us, can help himself to understand those English words in a better way. So, that's why there is a great importance to understand those English word pattern in much more detail. So, without any delay, let us understand this topic in more detail with more explanation. Roots. Yes. There are list of root words in English that can stand alone and have a meaning or combine with prefix or suffix create another related word. Yes. If any candidate has the knowledge of roots, roots means the base form with which any word is formed. So, if you have the understanding of roots, you can really do wonders when it comes to listening. You can understand the keywords, you can have the grasp of the keywords very easily if you are having the knowledge of roots. So, roots words are very much important in our real life. So, let us see how these roots are important, how these roots are combined with prefix, how these roots are combined with suffix, and then only we can understand this in a very nice way. Let us understand. So, I have taken here one example. Root. Root word is port. P-O-R-T. You can say the root word is port. Right? Now, what is the meaning of port? Port means to carry. If you carry something, then that is known as your port. And the port, this word is of Latin origin. Now, if any candidate understands, if he understands that port means to carry, then from this root word, he can have understanding of all the words which are coming from this root word. Let's see example transport. Obviously, the meaning is to carry the goods from one place to another. Similar, another word is transport. That is okay. Next is portable. Portable means something which is very easy to carry. For example, mobile phone is a portable device. Why? Because you can easily carry it from one place to another. Oh, that is portable. Export, again, when you are carrying the things out of your country, right? You are sending your goods from your country, that is export, and you are asking the things to your country, then that is import. Exportation, deportation. Exporting and then deporting. So all these words are coming it from the root word which is to carry. So here the purpose is, when any of the candidate is having a sound knowledge of the root word, he can do justice with the topic. He can do justice with his listening, because if you are listening to any audio and when you are listening it with the correct, you are understanding the words, in which context the words have been used, then it is very easy to understand. So, candidates, we must understand what are root words, how they are used, how they have to do everything. So, root words will definitely help you to make your listening skills better with better understanding. Now, I have here, for your understanding, I have taken few of the root words with correct understanding. See, the very first root word which I have taken is odd, A-U-D, odd. And do you know what is the meaning of odd? Odd is something which you hear, something which you sound. It's related with hearing, it is related with sound. Okay? So when we say audible and when it is called audiology. So you are listening. We are coining two words, audible and audiology. So here this word tells audible, something which is audible. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible to you? We are saying audiology. He is dealing in audiology department. So all these words are very, very important in our day-to-day conversation. Next word is feminine. Feminine words come from woman. It's called about feminine or feminism. Similarly, fract. Feminine, that is woman. Feminine, woman. And we are coining the word feminine, feminism. Fract. Fract means to break, or it is also called fracture. Fract. The root word is fract, and from that word we are knowing, okay, if there is fract, then it is relating to the breakage. So we are telling fracture, fractal. Mang. Mang means great, something which is large. For example, magnificent. Oh, this building is magnificent. Oh, it has a large magnitude. So something which is magnificent. Statue of Unity is a magnificent building. Magnificent statue. Right? Rupt. Rupt is to break. Rupture. The streets are rupturing. Rupt is again break, to interrupt. Oh, I would like to interrupt you for a while. So when you understand the root words, you are understanding the meaning. So if any of the candidates is having a full command on the root words, he can understand what this phrase is all about. So this is how it goes. It goes in this dimension that candidate must have the knowledge of roots. And if you have the knowledge of roots, you can go for better understanding of the words. Whenever you encounter a word with any of the following roots, you will understand, oh, this word must be having this kind of meaning. And then you can solve the MCQs in a very better way. So time and again you have to go and focus on the roots. Go back to the roots and understand the words. Again, you can see I have taken some more root words for your understanding, so that you can, if you come across these words, you may be familiar, you must be familiar, and when you read the questions after listening to the audio, then you can guess the meaning of a particular word by understanding its roots. For example, meter. Meter, that means measure. Can you tell me what is the diameter? That means it is related with the measurement. Can you tell me why we are using thermometer? Meter, it's measurement of the temperature. So I'm giving you these simple examples so that you can understand that how by using simple examples we can go for more complex meanings. So root word understanding will help you. Whenever you come across any such kind of words, you will be able to understand the meaning from its context. Phobe. Phobe. You must have phobe. Phobe is fear. For example, phobia, arachnophobia, hydrophobia. Right? So all these words related with fear. Polis, city. Metropolis, a very large city. Oh, do you live in a metropolis city? Cosmopolitan, again, politian, poly is coming. So poly means city. Cosmopolitan means people from different background, different cities if are coming and settling in a very one place, then that is known as your cosmopolitan city. Again, the next word is HYDR, hydra, hydro. It relates water. The root word is water. Hydrate. We should drink a lot of water and we should try to hydrate our body. Hydraulic. Something which is operated from water driven machine. So it's a hydraulic equipment. So understanding the keywords will help us to understand vocabulary in a better way. Mar. Mar means sea. For example, maritime. It's my maritime. Right? Sea time, marine. Somebody which is related with sea. It's a marine animal. We can see so many marine creatures. He is a marine engineer. Right? So understanding of the root words will help you to understand the meaning of a words in a sentence in a better way. Many of the candidates, they are having problem in the understanding of the keywords. They fail to understand the keywords. And sometimes they have problem in understanding of the keywords. So now the time has come when we have to understand the root words. We have to make the meaning. We can also go for guess the meaning, because if a candidate is aware about the root word, he is aware about the meaning of the sentence. So understanding of the root word is very, very much important. And candidates' knowledge of vocabulary, it's really going to be improved if you are having root words. From one root word, you can make many, many words. So, this is known as something when you are playing with the words. You are playing with the words, you are making so many good number of words from one single word. You are completely doing something with that word, then definitely some beautiful things will come out. So, one word, you can have so many words if you are understanding the root words. So, let us study more. Now, after listening to root word, I am going to make you aware about prefix. Now, what is a prefix? The very word itself tells pre. Pre means before. A prefix is a word part added to the beginning of a word that changes word's meaning. Yes, if a small word or a part of a word is added to the beginning of a word and it changes the word meaning, then that is known as your prefix. Right? So, learning the meaning of prefixes will expand your vocabulary. So, once you have the knowledge of prefix, it will expand your vocabulary. It will help you improving your listening skills. I assure you that, dear students, dear candidates, once you have the correct knowledge of prefix, you can easily make sense out that which words are they, what is their meaning, in which context they are used, because you are having a better understanding of the prefixes. For example, if any word in your listening exam is coming with dis, you already know dis means not, negativity, or you can say dis means opposite of. So obviously when in your exam you will listen this word dis, you will make sure that dis stands for negativity. Similarly, for example, dis plus satisfied, that changes to dissatisfied. How the manager of the company was quite dissatisfied with the services provided by them. So we are already sure that dis, not happy. Again, miss is something which is wrong. So we say misspell. Oh, the address given by the HR executive was misspelled by them. So that is miss plus spell, that is misspell. In a wrongery. Don't misunderstand me. We say this, right? So this is miss, something which is in a wrong way. Don't try to misguide me, we say. So obviously when you are aware about the prefixes and their meanings, then you can correlate with the sentences in the listening part in a very easy way. Next is un plus not. First is unacceptable. Oh, whatever you have given it to me, that is unacceptable. I cannot accept this from you. It's quite unacceptable. Oh, he is not a trustworthy person. The things which he has presented in the meeting is quite unacceptable. So, here you can see that un stands for not. Next word which we are going to talk about is regain. For example, re means again, something which is done again and again. For example, re plus election, that turns to re-election. The candidates are planning for a re-election as the president and the keynote speaker were not present on the event day. Can you redo it for me? Can you reread those documents for me? So all these, when you're listening to me, are you not sure? Are you aware that what you are listening? Yes, because you're already aware about these words. These words are not new to you. You already know them. You have their understanding in the mind. You may be listening to them for a very long time. Similarly, you have to get many new words from all these dis, miss, on, re. And obviously, when you get them, you will use them in your vocabulary. And then you will get to know that how it is important to have all this vocabulary in one go. So candidates, now the time has come when we have to focus more on the prefixes and their knowledge, which is going to help them in the coming time. And similarly, you can have a list of words from each category. You can have dis, one side of words, dis. Maybe you are listening to new words and you are putting them into a different categories, that for which category I have to use which word. So this becomes very easy for you to understand this. I have again taken one more set of words for you. You can see inter. Inter means between, interrelated. These two dialogues are interrelated with them. Pre stands for before. Pre plus pay, that is prepay. Can you please prepay this? Non means not, nonsense. Oh, that man, the sales marketing person, was not having knowledge about his product and he was talking something very nonsense. That is not of no relevance. Next is super. Superscript, something which is above a certain level. The script, the advertising department came with a script, and in my knowledge, it was a superscript. Superscript, obviously, you should be aware, something which is above. So that was a super. Sub means under, that is a submerge. The ship is submerged. Anti means against or opposing. Antibacterial. Oh, the company is launching an antibacterial detergent, antibacterial hand wash. So all the time when you will be coming across with these kind of vocabulary, it is always going to help you out in so many different ways. And coming across with all these vocabulary is really going to help you out in so many different ways. I'm listening to a certain context of the word, but maybe that word is in a different context. And when listening to that context in one way, it is really going to change the dimension of the word in the other way. So prefixes are something which is going to be very useful for you in this direction. Candidates, I have seen people struggling a lot with this because struggling with words, and sometimes it happens that they are coming across with lots of words when they are coming in the listening examination, but they are not able to recall the right word at the right time. What is the reason? Because people have not done homework with their words. Maybe they are not able to understand their root words. They are not able to understand with the prefix. They are not able to understand with the suffix part. So I would always advise all my candidates that when it comes to proficiency, when it comes to understanding, and when it comes to the expansion of your vocabulary, it is very, very much important that you must be having understanding of the keywords, understanding of prefixes, understanding of root words and suffixes will help you them to have a strong workforce. In many of the cases, I have seen candidates, they are aware about the meaning, but they cannot make a sense out of it. They're not confident that in which part it is being used. So how it will happen? When you will have the knowledge of prefix, you will see, oh, this word pre means negative, this may be positive, this may be not. And then at that time, you can understand it very well. Candidates facing this kind of word problem, if you are complaining that, ma'am, I have a problem with my vocabulary section, I fail to understand the words when an audio is played to me, I can't understand, I can't work out what these words mean to me, then my advice to all those candidates is go on the root words, understand those root words, see what prefixes can be added before them, what suffixes can be added after them, and then you can see that how the listening skill is going to be improved. The vocabulary is all about spending time with the word. If you're having your friend and you want to make him your best friend, what you will do? Won't you spend time with that candidate? Yes. You will spend time with candidate. You will go to walk with him. You will watch movies with that person. Similarly, with that words also, we need to spend time with the candidate. You have to make sure that from where this word is coming, from what is the root of this word, for what prefixes can be added to this word. So if you focus on these aspects of words, then your vocabulary section is going to improve. So let us move ahead. So I'm going to talk about now suffix. Very nice. So suffix is a word part which is added to the end of the word. So prefix was something which was the beginning of the word, and suffix is something which is added to the end of the word that changes the word meaning. So what is suffix doing? Suffix is changing the meaning of a word. It is changing the meaning of a word, and that's why it is called suffix. So suffix are playing a very important role. It is really going to help you at all the dimensions. So let us explore suffix in detail. So you can see ready plus ly. Ly is a suffix readily. Ready means willingly. Happy plus ness, happiness. Care plus ing, caring. Use plus able, that is usable. So this is how suffix. There may be changes in the spelling, but that is a grammar portion, right? So but you must be aware that how these changes occur. So suffix is coming. He's very, very nicely. You can say with care, ing, he is very caring. The manager is very caring about the company's employees. Okay, this product is usable. Okay, this is a happiness program. It is readily accepted by the people. So all these suffixes are going to help you in so many different dimensions. Next is, you can see we are using a word replace. And with replace, what I am using? Able. So replace plus able that changes to replaceable. I'm giving you a warranty on this product and this product is replaceable. That means this product can be replaced. Similarly, I am saying courage plus OUS, courageous. All the employees of this company are quite courageous. Care plus full, careful. You must be careful when you are talking about the company's product. So it's care plus full, careful. Care plus less, that turns to careless. She is quite careless. I'm going to terminate her from the very next month. So that is careless. We don't need careless employees in our organization. So this is how the suffixes goes. And that's why root word followed by prefix followed by suffix leads to a better understanding of the words. So whenever you are encountering a word, whenever you are coming across with the words, and if you are understanding these suffixes, these are really going to be helpful for you. In all the situation, knowledge of vocabulary will expand, you will have more and more words, you will speak a lot, you will use them a lot, and you will see that listening is becoming easier, because listening comes when there's a difficulty in understanding the words. But now you can understand words, you can understand that how they are being used, how they have been spoken, in what context they have been spoken, and you will feel more happy about it. So understanding the words with their proper meaning, with their proper understanding will help you a lot in all your coming time. So let us move ahead. Now I'm going to play one small activity with you. I will be doing that, but I hope you will be enjoying this. See, I have taken two suffixes. The very first is ly and the second one is ful. Now we will be trying to match out like which suffix goes with which word. So like quick plus ly turns to quickly, right? Similarly, you can see care plus full, that turns to careful. Smart plus ly, that turns to smartly. Hope plus full is your hopeful. Quite plus ly is quietly. Thought plus full is thoughtful. Help plus full is helpful. Thank plus full, that changes to thankful. Pain plus full is changes to painful. Love plus ly, that changes to lovely. Color plus full, that changes to colorful. Kind plus ly, that changes to kindly. Honest plus ly, honestly. Slow plus ly, slowly. Friend plus ly is friendly. After that, clean plus ny, cleanly. Blind plus ly, blindly. And use plus full, useful. Isn't it amazing? Are you saying that how we are playing with the words? Yes. When you will play with these words in this funny manner, you will understand that how interesting these words are. If we do some kind of experiments with these words, you will notice that how these words are changing meaning quite magically. Words, wow, words are our beautiful, they are wonderful friends. But sometimes when you use them in a negative way, words becomes your worst enemy too. So this is the magic of words. We may hear so many words in our business English too. Some words are touching your hearts. Some words are really useful in your whole life. So, candidates, when you are here for understanding word, you have understood that how root words, how prefix, how suffix are helping us to understand the keywords. And in our real life conversation also, you are using this word. You are aware about this word. Now, we will be exploring something new. Let's begin. Now, our next topic is synonyms. Yes, a very important topic for all your listening examples. So, what is a synonym? Synonym. The meaning of synonym is one or two or more words or expressions of the same language that have the same or nearly the same meaning in some or all senses. One word is there, and for one word there are other set of words which are having the same meaning. That is known as your synonyms. I know that prefix, suffix, root word is important, but at the same time, I am giving you again another trick, which is understand synonyms. Synonym is also a great way to expand your vocabulary, to link those words with correct association. So, if you are understanding the knowledge of synonyms, it will help you in many different ways. For example, if I am saying good, good is a normal English word spoken, but have you ever thought good has got similar words which you can replace? For example, excellent, fine, wonderful, superior, gracious, superb, splendid, genuine. Maybe they are not that near to good, but somehow they are near, right? They have the same or nearly the same meaning in some or all the senses. So this is known as your synonyms. Synonyms always helps you in having a very good vocabulary. Now let us take one more word, happy. Happy. We can also say pleased. We can also say delighted. We can also say elated. We can say joyful, ecstatic, jubilant, right? So you can see happy is just a normal word, but this word has some near meaning, and these meanings are really going to help you in your real life. I am happy to meet you. I'm delighted to meet you. I'm pleased to meet you. Oh, I'm elated to have you all here. Synonyms are really very much important. Dear candidates, if you have the knowledge of synonyms, you can expand your vocabulary. So, now when you encounter a word, when you come across a word, make sure you have all the possible synonyms. You have all the understanding of synonyms. And this understanding of synonym will help you in a better way. Right? So let us move ahead. So I think these words are you already aware. I will pronounce it again for you. Excellent, fine, wonderful, superior, gracious, superb, splendid, genuine, happy, pleased, delighted, elated, joyful, ecstatic, jubilant. All these words are your synonyms. I have taken so commonly used word for you so that you can understand in the real sense. Now, again, so today I am going to talk about paraphrasing technique using synonyms. So, when you will be listening to your audio, and in that audio, when a word is paraphrased, how that word is paraphrased, in what way, in what sense that word is done, I am going to share you to this example. So you can see the hardest language to learn is English. Now, if you want to change some of the words, how you will change it? You will say the most difficult language to learn is English. The most hardest is changed with most difficult, and obviously learn is there. Okay, so hardest has got a synonym which is most difficult. So see, the hardest language to learn is English. The most difficult language to learn is English. Now we have replaced the word hardest with most difficult, but still we want some more changes. So in the third sentence, I have again changed the meaning. For example, I have said the most difficult language to master is English. Okay, the most difficult language to master is English. Again I have changed it. I have changed now the sentence structure. Now the sentence structure is changed, and we are saying English is one of the most difficult language to master. English is one of the most difficult language to master. So you can see from third to fourth, the sentence structure has been changed. So you may be listening to such kind of paraphrasing. In your audio part, the scene or the situation or the context is different, but in your video part too, the scene, the situation and the context is different. So this is known as your paraphrasing technique. Paraphrasing technique always helps you to have the better understanding. When native speakers are speaking, they will speak in different way. On the other hand, they will again in the audio, they will paraphrase something, and again in the questions also, they will be paraphrased to the third level. So choose one sentence and just say, can you paraphrase it to different level? Will it be possible you to paraphrase it to different level? If you can do so, you can bring wonders in your communication. So paraphrasing technique is something which will help you every time you come across a sentence. Just see, can it be paraphrased? Can I take this word to a different level? Will it be possible for me to take this word to a different level? Is it possible? So paraphrasing is really a very nice technique. Native speakers are using it in the questions also. When an audio will be played to you and you will be listening to the audio, and in the questions may be paraphrased. The essence is the same, but the way they are being explained in your questions, they may be different. So candidates, now we have to understand this. Paraphrasing technique will always help you in a very nice way. So synonyms knowledge is very much important. You come in across so many words every time. You think that if I am learning one business English vocabulary today, then what could be the possible synonyms for this? How can I interpret this word in different words? How can I have the same meaning with using different variety of words? So this paraphrasing technique can help you. Listening be much more clearer to you. So once you do this, you will have a real good understanding of all these paraphrasing techniques. Make sure you do this. Make sure you understand this very well and practice it. Try to practice paraphrase. Right? Let's move with some more examples. Yes. I have used some of the more examples. For example, I have seen here, he was saddened by the news. Saddened. It can be changed to new aspect. The news depressed him. So you can see the words have changed. But has the meaning changed? Has the meaning changed? No, the meaning has not changed. So this is known as paraphrasing technique using synonyms. She was a successful author and a speaker. Right? So obviously we are knowing the meaning. Okay, it has been said about an author who is successful and speaker, successful author as well as speaker. Then we are paraphrasing it. We are trying to put it into other words and we say that she found success as a speaker and a writer. She found success as a public speaker and a writer. So this is how we are doing paraphrasing. We are using it in our conversation. You are getting the best vocabulary. So synonym technique must be followed when it comes to paraphrasing, when it comes to understanding paraphrasing and listening and in terms of questions. So you try to understand this. You try to relate all the words whenever you are learning new vocabulary or whenever you are listening something in business context. Then try that. Okay, can I paraphrase it using some other synonyms? So you will have a very good understanding about this. So now let us move to some other examples. And now again I have used some more examples for you so that you can have more and more understanding about synonyms and you will have your concept clear that how we can have that kind of synonyms, we can paraphrase it. Is it possible to keep on paraphrasing the sentences again and again? So you see, the majority of consumers prefer imported cars. Foreign cars are preferred by most customers. So here the sentence is, the majority of consumers prefer imported cars, and then I have paraphrased it, foreign cars. Imported car changes to foreign cars are preferred by most customers. So maybe in the audio they are playing imported cars, and in the question they will be asking that by whom consumers prefer dash cars, and then you have to choose. So you must be, if you're aware about this kind of vocabulary, it will help you to have better understanding of the words. Next, my partners and I are currently in the middle of getting funding for a new business we are launching. So at present time, my partners and I are seeking funds for our new business venture. So this is how a sentence is paraphrased. In the middle of getting funds for our new business, and we are seeking funds. We are funding and getting fund, and that changes to seeking funds. Business launch, new business venture. So you can see this is the magic of words, that sentences are the same, essence is the same, but how we say it, that really matters. And that's where the essence of paraphrasing comes. Paraphrasing is really very, very much important for you. You must practice this skill, you must master this skill, you must have it, practice it on a daily basis, and then you can see that how good your scores will move on. Because with paraphrasing technique, you can have much and more clear understanding of the words. I have pointed more words like causes. Causes, what could be the synonym of causes? Causes is something like reasons. When you're asking about the reasons of something, increasing, that turns to rising. Development of, that again turns to growth and expansion of. Next is and changes to as well as. As well as. After that, air travel, you can say traveling by air. So, small changes that could be also considered as synonyms. Even a small change is there. You must not confuse, even if it's a small change in the part of a question, in the part of when you're listening, and then in the part of when you're reading the question to solve it, then you not must be scared. Try to understand the synonyms contest. Try to make more sentences. Try to make more listening with synonyms and try to paraphrase it. Let's learn more. Now we are going to search, now focus on our next topic, which is antonym. So a word that has exact opposite meaning of another word, it's called antonym. Antonym is opposites, right? So whenever you are having an opposite meaning of something, then that is known as your antonyms. A word that has the exact opposing meaning of another word, it's known as antonym. For example, disputable. So whenever there is a dispute between something, then that is known as your disputable. And the opposite of it is indisputable. Disputable changes to indisputable. Now, this matter is quite disputable, so the manager has called a meeting about it. So you are listening to this? Indisputable, there's nothing in the matter. It's quite well written, explained everything. So this matter is indisputable. Deliberate, something which is done intentionally. I think you're making mistakes deliberately. So the opposite of it comes unintentional. It was something which was not deliberate. It was unintentional. Boon is like a merit of something, and when it comes to bane stands for demerit of something, when something negative is coming. Isolation, when you are living separated from each other, then that is called your isolation. And when you are living together in a group, then that is your association. Virtue. Virtue stands means if you are talking about a good quality of something, that is your virtue. And if you are talking about the bad qualities of something, that is known as vice. Virtue and vices. You might be aware. So, good and bad. So, antonyms are playing a very important role in our daily life, in our daily conversation. So, let us move with some more examples here. See, very much important when it comes to business English. I'm giving you some words which will help you understand. You go through this word, make sentences out of it, try to figure it out where, in what aspects are there. Because in English language you come across so many words. English language is like an ocean where you are getting so many words. So it is very important for us to understand these words in a very nice way. For example, absence. Somebody's absence makes you a better person. Oh, somebody's presence makes you a better person. So like say, accept. Please accept my proposal. Oh, he refused my proposal. Vacant, occupied, satisfied, unsatisfactory, satisfactory, unsatisfactory, qualified, unqualified, prudent, imprudent, private, public. So you can see so many words are coming out. You pick any word, okay, and just try to make it. It's a private property. It's not a private property, it's a public property. So you have to make use of it. So antonyms will help you understand that how words are there, how it has been used, how efficiently you have to use these words. And when you will use this word efficiently, you will feel the real magic is coming in your listening skills. Because sometimes it happens that when they are going to give you the questions, then what it happens that they are playing the audio, and in the question they are not going to ask you the straight question. They will reverse the order, or they will ask in the antonym form what was not good for that person. Was that person unqualified for the profession? So they are asking the questions with antonyms, so that you will be able to listen to the antonym or the antonym for it, the word, the exact word for it. So that is why it becomes very important to understand it. So let's learn some more words. You can see plentiful, scarce. We have plentiful resources. Yes, resources are not scarce. Optimist, pessimist. Obedient, disobedient. Intentional, accidental. Right? Inferior, superior. Frequent, seldom. Employer, employee. So these words are so common that they are really used in your day-to-day life. So I have seen so many people coming in my day-to-day area where they are focusing on these words, right? So let us understand these words. More words are there. You can see definite, that changes to indefinite. Despair, hope. Decrease, increase. Capable, incapable. After that, conceal and then reveal. Discourage, encourage. Horizontal, vertical. So these antonyms are used in your day-to-day life, and once you use all this thing, your conversation becomes so useful. You know that even if a sentence is positive and I have to tell it to someone, or if you are listening the negative version of it, then you will be able to answer the question. Why? Because you are aware about antonyms. So, the correct knowledge of antonyms will help you to understand the things better. Will help you to make sure that if words are placed in the correct order, then you will understand that how words are playing a magical role in our sentence. So let's explore something more. Yes, I am giving you one example that how antonym paraphrasing technique is there. For example, the man is strong, and if I have to paraphrase it, how can I say, oh, the man is not weak. The college is far away. Then how can we paraphrase it? The college is not near. So this is how you are paraphrasing it, by changing into negatives. So you must be aware that how we are changing the negatives, how we are changing it into the negative forms. So with antonyms, with synonyms, with this paraphrasing technique, you are learning, you are going to do so much of magic with the words. And when you do magic with the words, you develop understanding with the words. And when you develop understanding with the words, listening becomes easy. And when listening becomes easy, you are going to solve the questions automatically. So, in any way, listening is the key, but listening for correct information with paraphrasing technique of synonyms, with paraphrase technique of antonyms, with prefixes, with suffixes, listening becomes very easy. So let us explore some more techniques for it. Now, here I'm going to talk about some of the English phrases, right? Native speakers of English language, they're using lots of, business phrases. And it is very important for an English aspirant preparing for lingua business exams, that it is very important for him or her to understand this. For example, a win-win situation. So where both parties receive something favorable to each other, right? So when both parties are receiving something favorable for each other, then that is known as your win-win situation. For example, this deal was a win-win situation for both the parties as they agreed on both the points. To think outside the box. I hope you are familiar. To be creative and innovative. Yes. So when you have to when somebody is asking you to think out of the box, then you have to be very much innovative and you have to be very much creative about it. For example, for our new product, we have to think out of the box, something which has never been done before. So try to start thinking out of the box for your Linguaskill business. Something creative, something innovative. Next is to brainstorm an idea. What is the meaning of brainstorm? When you are openly discussing an idea with no hesitation, then that is known as your brainstorm. Dear friends, we need to brainstorm our new business. Please give your valuable suggestion. A meeting is called and where all the employees have been asked to give some valuable inputs or some valuable suggestions about something, then that is known as your brainstorm. Next is to keep an eye on a ball, to concentrate on your task, right? When it comes to signing a document, you must keep an eye on the ball. You should not distract. You should read everything in a very nice way and then you should keep an eye on the ball. So this makes very much important for you to learn these business phrases. Let us learn for some more examples. So listening to English business phrases on the same page means having the same opinion or viewpoint. For example, I'm increasing my sales target this month as we are all on the same page, right? Are we all on the same page? She's asking the opinion that do you agree with me? Do you have the same opinion as with me? To cut corners, the second business phrasal verb phrases, not giving your best but completing your work. Simply when you're cutting corners, you're not focusing on the word. The builder is cutting corners in making his new construction. Maybe he is not giving his best. Maybe he's not concentrating on the cement sand proportion mixture. So he's cutting corners. When you're not doing any kind of work half-heartedly, then that means you're cutting corners. So this was the end of our session and I would like to go for all the takeaway whatever I have done. So in this module we have discussed that how root words can help you in having a good vocabulary. We discussed that how root words are important and at the same time we listen to so many root words and how if you're encountering a root word with a meaning and then you can guess the meaning of a word in your context. After that we learned about prefixes and after that we learned about suffixes, how prefixes and suffixes are helping you in expansion of your vocabulary. And we also learned about paraphrasing technique using antonyms and synonyms, so you can easily listen it out anywhere that any of the sentence is paraphrased using a synonym or antonym. Then you can make it out the difference and you can solve your questions in a very nice way. After that, I also introduced you with some of the very important techniques which was related with English phrases. Yes, dear candidates, English phrases, native speakers of English are most of the time they are using all these phrases for you, and they are just trying that the candidate must be aware about all these business phrases. So I discussed most of the business phrases with you, but the list is long. You have to equally focus. You have to keep on exploring with all the business phrases. And the only thing which I want to end with this module, develop an idea, work on with your words, learn some new words every day, spend some time with that word, see what could be the possible antonyms for that word, see what could be the possible synonyms of that word, learn to paraphrase, take one sentence, paraphrase it using an antonym, paraphrase it using a synonym, and with this technique you can do really wonder. And I'm sure your listening skill is going to improve. You listen to many of the stories, and after that you can paraphrase it, you can reword it in your own words, and definitely something beautiful come it out. So I hope you will keep on working on your words, you will keep on your listening with new words. Till then, bye, and we will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much. Thank you.